Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 141, and I am so glad that you are here today because I'm talking about the 3 things that building your business is really about, okay? And you need to know these things are super important to keep in mind. So I'm so excited you are here to learn these today. If you're new, welcome. I am so glad that you've found this podcast. I know some of you are in the idea stage. Maybe you're just starting your business, or maybe you just opened and you're beginning to grow. And I just couldn't be happier for you. You have found the podcast for you. So rest assured, this podcast is going to help you each week. I share with you strategies and tips from my last 22 years as a small business owner, running them from my home. And I know how rewarding and awesome they can be. So I get to share that with you every week. Well, if you're new, make sure you hit subscribe. If you're in Apple Podcasts, hit the plus button, or if you're in any of the other players, make sure you hit subscribe. Why is that important? So that you get notified of new episodes that I produce, but also it puts this podcast at the top of your player as your preferred podcast so that you can see when I release new episodes. So that's always super helpful. I have my few that I have bookmarked. It's kind of like bookmarking it, right? So that you can easily access the podcast. Also too, I'm personally inviting you right now to my private Facebook group. I have one. It's called Women Starting Businesses, Doing What We Love. So make sure you scroll down below, click it. You're going to have to answer 3 quick questions. Make sure you answer the questions. There's so many people, almost 200, that are sitting there right now because they haven't answered the questions. So make sure you do that right now. And we'd love to support your journey, and I would love to help guide you. We do fun posts each week, and everyone is just so supportive. The women are amazing. And I just love all the posts all of you have been posting lately. It's been amazing. Also too, if you're new, I have free goodies, whatever stage you're in, idea, starting, or growing. I've got something free for you that will help you. So check everything out below so you don't miss out on any of the free help. My newest addition was the free mini course, How to Get Your First 50 True Fans. Yes, it's a video mini course. It's going to help set you up for growth for your business so you can attract the right kind of people. So make sure you get that. If y'all haven't seen that already, that's below. And that is it. And for those of you that are loyal listeners, thank y'all so much. We've had so much fun. And also last week, it was so amazing. We did a giveaway for those of you that filled out my survey, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And we gave away the 2 tablets. The winners were Dina Happer and Laura Bantock. And I just was so excited. I got to send you the little tablet and pen. So that's another reason to be active in the Facebook group, because you get to know about giveaways and fun things going on and all that. So anyways, thank y'all so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? What is shaking with your business? I have to know. Y'all, I saw some silly meme and now I can't get it out of my head. And it was about what's shaking. And it showed some old lady's arm. And you know, like where your tricep is, where it like your skin kind of shakes. And now I'm almost 50. And so I'm starting to get that. And now every time I say what's shaking, which I love to say that, but now I keep thinking of the old lady meme with the skin hanging from her tricep. And I'm like, do I need to come up with a new phrase now? What's shaking? Because I used to think what's shaking like dancing, like exciting. Okay, if y'all have any new good terms for me, let me know, because now all I think is of is old lady meme. Okay, but anyways, I hope everything is moving forward with your business. I hope you're making progress. If you're not, you'll know I have all the resources below, right? Some exciting things are going on. Grow Getters is going to be opening soon. If you're listening to this as I'm releasing it, you may be listening to it years from now. But as of this moment, we have Grow Getters doors opening for all of you who really want to learn how to attract the people that will be interested in what you offer, so that when you do offer it, it easily sells, right? We don't want to be sleazy salespeople. We don't want to have to buy ads right now. We don't want to have to do any of that. We want to be able to show up confidently and easily be able to spout off what we offer, right? And be able to attract those right people so that they're like, oh my goodness, and they have to buy it. See, and it's not a hard sell, but you've got to learn how to do that. And it's a process of learning. And that's why I have Grow Getters, just so y'all know. That's the process that we go through. So anyways, make sure you get on the list to get notified so that you'll be the first when I open, because usually in the first 24 hours of open, I offer some kind of promo or deal for you. So I want you to be in the first group to know. So today I'm talking about something kind of similar. It's about what building your business is really about. I think sometimes we lose track of what this is about. Okay. Now I'm going to say this right off the bat, because this is not one of my 3 that I put in here today to teach you, but I want you to remember, this is about you living your dream and your passion and making a difference in people's lives through your business. I want you to know that it's about you pushing forward. Okay. And living this dream, because you know that you have potential to do this. You all know that, or you wouldn't be here. I promise you, you know that deep down inside, I have more to give. I want to use my creative side, or I want to use these God-given gifts that I've been given, these skills that I have, and I want to help other people. Okay. Whether it be something small or big, it doesn't matter. Okay. You know, you wanted to do this. So your business is really about that. But there are 3 things that I want to talk to you about today that I think we lose sight of sometimes, okay? You lose sight of it. And this is kind of that moment you need to come back to it and center yourself for a second. I know I say that a lot, but I think there's a lot of things in life. We lose sight of what the heck is going on. What are we doing, right? We get caught up in things, okay? And so I don't want you to get caught up in the hard things about your business, the time-consuming things, the money you may have to spend to get help and all that stuff. I want you to get caught up in the 3 things that I'm about to explain to you, okay? So let's start it off. So the first thing that building your business is really about, and this one should be easy if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, or if you're in Grow Getters, or if you've taken any of my programs. I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again because sometimes it doesn't really sink in. The first thing is that you're out to help people. You're out to help people solve a problem they may know they have, or they don't even know they have. Now, I'm going to say this. If people know they have the problem and you show up with a solution, you will have an easy sell. If you are solving a problem that people have no idea that they have, honestly, it takes a little more from you to be able to help people understand why they need this. There's a little bit of an education process. I can think of some of my Grow Getters right now that are launching businesses that some people may not even be aware of that type of product. So I've told them it's going to be a little more, you're going to have to do a little more educating, and you're going to have to be really clear when you're in front of people what it's about, or you're going to lose them. Okay. But my point of this first one about helping people is to remember that your business is really about helping people. Like, just stop for a minute. Okay. Let's say someone fell on the sidewalk in front of you. You were walking somewhere and they fell. You would immediately help them get up. right? You would pick up their belongings and help them and go on their way. That's exactly what you're doing with your business. Did you ever think about that? You're helping someone who has fallen down, who may know they've fallen down or may not even know. Okay. Which doesn't really make any sense in that analogy, but y'all know what I'm saying. You're helping people. You're making a difference in their lives. You have to have that at the forefront. If you need to put a sticker on your monitor that says, every day I set out to help people. How can I help people today? Because when you approach your business from that point, you will show up in an excited manner because you know you can help people. You know what you want to offer. You do offer is amazing. And also you will create products and services that help them, right? This should be on your forefront. I am set out to help people. Does that make sense? I have set out, I don't even know the English grammar. Y'all, I swear since I got COVID in last February, and it was the second time I got it the February before that, my brain has been a little off. Has any of your brains been off after having COVID? I feel like things don't come as quickly as they used to, or it could be because I'm about to be 50 and I don't remember anything. But I can remember rando stuff, but like certain words won't come, like names won't come to my head. Okay, so who knows what it is? I'm going to blame it on COVID and not my age because we'd all like to think that we are not as old as we are, right? Okay, you have set out to help people. That's what you're doing, and everything you do, if you need to stick it on your monitor, put it out in front of you, whatever you need to do, you are helping people. I help people. How can I help people today? You know, when you go into a store, how can I help you today? That's what you're doing every day when you sit down to work. How can I help my people? That will also stop you from overthinking everything. Like just stop for a minute. Like the other day, I was about to go live. I don't know if it was for the drawing for the little tablet and pen or what it was, but I was thinking, oh, I wonder if I need to do that. I had all these things that I was like, oh, well, maybe I could do it this way. I was like, what am I doing? Turn on the camera and go live. What's the easiest? I need to help these people know who the winner is. They do not care anything else but of knowing who the winner is, right? So think about that because we complicate things, we overthink things. Sometimes if you focus on just like, how can I help my people today? How can I help you today? Things start coming super easily and it makes you stop doing the stuff that doesn't matter, okay? Number 2 is people being able to find out about you. You have to get known. And I'm not talking about you have to become an influencer and have 800 gazillion Instagram followers. You have to get known on TikTok. You have to get known on a podcast. You have to get known to 80 billion people. I've known people that have successful businesses. They only know a handful of people. And you know what happens? They really help that handful of people and their name gets out. And then they meet someone else and, you know, the business owner will tell other people and they start getting more confidence and their name gets known. But here's the hard part. When you just launch your business and you just open, you're like, how do I get more people? I've got to get more people. You have to get creative, y'all. This is the plight of a business owner. Okay? You have to be getting super duper creative about how you show up. Okay? People have to know about your business. If no one knows about the amazingness of what you offer, whether it's product or service, you're not going to have clients. You're not going to have customers. Okay. And that's the hardest part. That's why I have Grow Getters, because I don't like that struggle. I know the angst. I know the feeling. Okay. I know it firsthand. I get it. And it breaks my heart thinking of any of you still stuck in that mode of how do I get this out? Because I can see it on your face. Those of you that I coach and one-on-one coaching and everything, I can see it when you're in that mode of like, I have something awesome here and I know it. And how do I get this name out? What do I need to do? Right. And then we have to go back to the drawing board and go, okay, first of all, do you have everything defined? Do you have your audience defined? Do you know how to communicate what you offer? Do you know how to communicate the value of the offer? Blah, 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 blah. Those are all the things we go through in Grow Getters, right? So my Grow Getters are knowing this. They're going through this so that when they do show up and when they start getting in front of people and when they put themselves out there, it's effective. Right? Because the last thing we want is you to just open your business and be like, boom, I'm showing up on TikTok and I'm showing up on Instagram and I'm doing reels and I'm telling people. But if you're not saying words in an effective way, or I'm serious. The words matter. Just like in your family life and your personal life, someone can do something, but when they say something that like is really amazing or really rude, it matters. Because you can probably think in your head, back in the day, somebody said something really poignant to you or helpful to you or enlightened you on something, and the words they used were super effective versus people who have been rude to you or said mean things or whatever, and the words were super hurtful. All my point of saying that analogy is to realize that words do matter. And I think oftentimes new business owners undervalue what they're saying about the value of their business, how the words that they're using. They undervalue that and they don't put time into it. I've had to put so much time into it. Y'all, I'm still developing my words. I have gotten really good. I'm getting better and better. And it's something that I've had to learn, but it's taken a while. It's a process. So I don't want you to think that all of you know exactly the right things to say, because if you're not building an audience, you probably aren't showing up where people know you and understand you. Because even if you meet just one person to build your audience, but you are super effective about what your product and service is and what it can do for them, it will spread and you will get the confidence to go. Then you'll see their reaction. You'll go tell somebody else. You'll show up on Instagram. You'll start getting better and better and better, right? Okay. So the second thing, as we said, that building your business is about clearly communicating what you offer and having people really know about your business. So the first one is that you're helping people. The second thing is that people know about you and understand it. Okay. And here's the third one. I bet you haven't thought about this before in this way. And that's why, to me, I was going to do the whole episode about this third one. But then as I was saying, I was like, there's other things that this business is about when you're building it. But here's what's happening to you as you're building your business. You are not only building a business, okay, get ready. You are building your skills. Let me say that again. You are building your skills. You are in a skill building mode. So think about this. What is a skill that you have developed? Do you play a musical instrument? Have you gotten really good at cooking? Have you gotten a lot better at some type of diet or a fitness routine or, fitness regimen, or you've gotten good at fixing things in your house? My husband has been set out over the past years, and in fact, the whole time we're married, that he's like, he does not want to hire help for our house in terms of repairs, anything that goes wrong. So he has been working on getting better at every skill. He'll fix the AC when stuff's going out, the heater when stuff's going out, anything around our house that's broken. Like, he's gotten better and better. It's been a learned skill. He has learned all these skills of Mr. Fix-It over the years. So now I call him Mr. Fix-It because he will try it. Now, if it gets to a point where he can't fix it, it's something technically electrical, things like that, we will get someone to help us. But it's a learned skill, okay? I'm thinking about my son with his power washing business. I've watched him learning how to show up, when he posts in the local Facebook groups, and he was doing ads too, but y'all heard about that in the other episode. But anyways, he has gotten better and better. And I keep trying to tell him things about business that he tries to jump into, and then he gets mad when they don't work, like the Facebook ads, when he lost the $250 like immediately. And I'm thinking, because there's probably things he doesn't know. It's a learned skill. You can do anything out of the gate. We have a friend that runs a marathon every year. Victor, if you're listening, he tells me sometimes he listens to this podcast. Victor, if you're listening. But from what I understand, Victor, you've said you don't train for it. You simply show up every year and do the marathon because it's something fun you want to do. But let's say someone out there wanted to really effectively run a marathon, and say you didn't run. Running is a learned skill. You would go through a whole process of getting better and better at running. And then by the end of it, I've run half marathons. I've never run a full marathon. I had never run in my life. And I started running and I was like, this is amazing. And by the time I got 3 miles was so easy because I built this skill. I'd learned a skill. My daughter in dance, she's good because she has learned this skill and mastered it year after year after year after year, right? Now there's a point where you don't jump in gains how do I explain this? I think you start getting better and better more quickly in the beginning than you do later. Because I think later you've mastered a lot of those early skills, and then it's like little tweaks in your business that make it super effective. Okay. But right now, the rate at which you can learn and you can get good is awesome. It's an awesome rate. You probably didn't think I would explain this that way, but it is, because all of a sudden things start clicking and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting better and better at this. Like I was on a live call with one of my Grow Getters and you could just see it in her face like, oh, I'm getting this. And she was already getting this and things were like snowballing. This is a snowball effect. You have to get good at all these skills. You have to get good at sales. You have to get good at writing. You have to get good at communicating. You have to get good at creating offers that people want, products or services. You have to get good at this. Do you realize that? You're building a skill. This whole starting a business thing is so fun and great out of the gate. A lot of you get super frustrated right in the beginning because things aren't happening. And I'm thinking, because they don't have the skills yet. And how do I help them get skilled as quickly as possible? Because we don't want to draw out making a profit in our business, right? We want to get skilled as soon as we can. But here's the thing, just because I tell you something and you download a freebie doesn't mean you're skilled at it. Okay? That just means you knew what to do and you started doing it. Do you think comedians are skilled when they first start? I was watching a comedian. If y'all ever heard of John Crist, he's a Christian. He's got a Christian edge, but he's a comedian. He's hysterical. I laugh so hard at him, but he showed back some video or something from a long time ago. And he's like, it was terrible. And I'm thinking, why was he terrible? He actually had really good jokes. His writing was pretty funny, but he's actually gotten better at better. He's gotten better and better at a stage presence, better and better at being in front of people, right? Better and better at his jokes, better and better at capturing things that are funny in his everyday life so that he can get on stage and quickly convert it into a winning joke, right? When you rode a bike, it's a skill. You have to learn. You're like, someone can tell you what to do. That's great. But you have got to learn the skill. You have to be on the bike yourself, learning the skill. Okay? So everyone think about this today. Business is skill building. It's skill building. Do not expect to be amazing at first. If you started horse riding, you would not be amazing at first. When you start cooking, you're not amazing at first. When you first get married, your relationship is all fun. But I think as the years go by, you get better and better about how to be a good spouse. Same with a parent. Just because you adopted a dog today does not mean you're the most amazing dog parent ever. It's a skill. Okay? Your business is skill building. Everything you're doing, from learning how to do your email list, build your website, learn the graphics in Canva, how to create your offers, how to tell people about your offer, blah, 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 blah. Every single thing you're doing is a skill. So think about it today. Whatever you're working on today in your business, and maybe you get a little frustrated. You're like, I'm so mad right now. You're like, oh, this is a skill and I haven't mastered it yet. And I'm going to take every day to get better and better at this. I'm going to learn from my resources, mentors, coaches, and I'm going to get better and better because I know that I can't be the most amazing version of myself out of the gate. So give yourself some grace. This is a business building process. Now, some of you aren't even to the point where you're giving yourself grace. You're thinking, my business should be successful right now. My product and service is amazing. And we all think that. We all think it. We think, oh, this is going to do amazing. This should be amazing right now. But what you have to realize is you're on a skill building journey. Selling, communicating, writing, learning how social works, social media if you're posting regularly, podcasting. I have it in one of my email sequences that people get. Now, I can't remember where it is, but I have it somewhere at the beginning where I say, oh, you can go back and listen. Oh, maybe it's that Ikigai guide, the Ikigai guide that I give away for free. Y'all know where it helps you figure out your business idea. I think in that email, and I didn't even remember that I had this because I hadn't looked back at the initial email in so long, but I was just kind of reviewing some of my email sequences. And that one said, and you can go back and listen to episode 1 of Ikigai. And in parentheses, I have, and please don't judge. That was my first episode, right? And I laughed when I read myself. I was like, okay, that was kind of funny. Like, dude, give me some grace. Like, I was not as good. But at the beginning, I was kind of frustrated because like, hope I'm good. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just showing up. No one taught me how to do this. I'm just getting on the mic and talking, right? But this is a skill. I think I'm better. I think you would all agree I'm better now, right? Am I exponentially, amazingly better? Probably not. But I'm better. I'm better at my workflow. I never hardly ever re-record an episode. Before I would have to do it 2 or 3 times, maybe some in the very beginning. And I was so frustrated creating like the first 5 episodes. I would have to like re-record it, delete it, re-record it, the whole thing. Now I'm like, I have my whole flow. I'm skilled. I'm skilled at this. I know. I get 3 points really quick. I sit down and go, okay, I did this just now, y'all. I have it scribbled on my spiral. Helping people, it's scribbled in like chicken scratch. Helping people being aware of what you offer, and skill building. I have it right here. And so I just put it in front of me and I turn on the microphone. I am skilled at this. Other people have angst and angst and angst over their podcast. Okay. What am I not skilled at? I'm probably not the best person at writing sales pages yet. I'm probably not the best person at all my email funnels. I'm definitely not the best person at Facebook ads. I'm starting to look into that now because I know my audience so much better that ads could be a great addition to growing my audience. And y'all, I'm 2 years into my business, a little over that, 2.5 years. You have to be skilled at all the foundations before you do things like Facebook ads and stuff. You will just throw your money out the window. Now, product ads, if you sell a physical product, sometimes it's a little easier, but no matter what, it's a skill that you have to learn. And it's frustrating in the beginning and it stinks and it's, maddening and you want to pull your hair out. Because even me just working with Facebook ads, there's one thing right now I can't even figure out that I'm trying to figure out with Zapier and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm going to throw my computer out the window, right? It's a skill. Give yourself some grace. And also, don't be, how do I say this, arrogant and thinking right when you open, everybody should be buying my stuff. Realize I'm going to show up. I'm going to, number 1, I'm going to be here to help people. 2, I'm going to make people aware of my business in an effective way. But realize, number 3, that you're building a skill. And this is a skill building process. And you're not going to be great in the beginning. Okay? But you're going to get better and better and better. But I will tell you this, maybe you're not great at everything you're doing in the beginning, but I know what you are good at. And that is speaking from the heart about what you offer. Speak from the heart. When you do that, words come out of your mouth that you didn't even know you had in there. And the way that you tell a story comes out of your mouth that you didn't even know you had. You start there. Start from speaking from the heart. And that's how you're going to begin your skills. That's how you're going to begin sharing it effectively, right? Okay. So building your business. Yes, it's about you moving forward with this dream and living your potential. But it's also, let me recap, about helping people, number 1. Number 2, making people aware of what you offer. And number 3, skill building. You're a skill builder right now. How fun is that? Like Bob the Builder, but you're like Jennifer, the skill builder, the business builder, right? So I hope this made you laugh, but I hope it also made you realize that that's what this is all about. And I think when you look at it that way, you go, oh, I just got to build my skills. I can do this. So that's it. Y'all are amazing. Have a great day. Again, if you're not in the Facebook group, jump in. Keep posting on the weekly post because I love it, love it, love it to see everything you're doing. And I may have another giveaway soon. So make sure you're in there. Okay, y'all have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com. And yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.